wondered how people manage to afford a new house before selling their old one? Or how about how property developers finance their big projects? Well, they're probably using bridging loans. And in this video, we're going to cover everything that you need to know about this type of finance. So, shall we take a look? So, what exactly is a bridging loan? Well, it's a short-term loan that bridges a financial gap and allows you to cover short-term expenditures during a transition, such as buying a new home. It's like how a bridge allows you to cross a body of water safely, except the bridge is a loan and the water is an urgent expense. They're most commonly used for property transactions and typically used when there are urgent expenses to pay with expected funds coming in. For example, a bridging loan might be used to 1. Buy a new home before selling your current one. 2. Develop or renovate a property. 3. Purchase a property at auction. Or 4. Prevent a property chain from collapsing. If you're thinking about using a bridging loan, there are a few important factors to consider. Interest rates, repayment terms, security, exit strategy. First, interest rates. Compared to other types of loans, bridging loans can be expensive, with rates typically between 0.4% to 2% per month. This is much higher than a standard mortgage, and if a project takes longer to complete or there's an expected delay in funds coming in, it could get very expensive very quickly. Secondly, you need to consider repayment terms. Knowing when and how you repay the loan is crucial. Some lenders will want you to make payments each month. Others may want you to repay the full amount plus interest at the end of the term. So, make sure you fully understand the terms of your agreement before signing. Now, let's consider security. Bridging loans are secured against an asset, typically property. If you cannot repay, you may run the risk of losing your property altogether. Consider your options and situation carefully to minimise the risk of this happening. Finally, your exit strategy. Lenders will want to know how you plan on repaying the loan. For example, you could choose to sell a property or remortgage. So before you apply, ensure that you know how you plan to repay the money you borrow. To help you make a more informed choice as to whether bridging loans are right for you, let's take a look at some of their biggest pros and cons. Bridging loans can be useful because they give you quick access to funds, usually have flexible lending criteria, and can help with time-sensitive purchases. They do, however, have higher interest rates, often have additional fees that can add up, and there's a risk of losing your property if you can't repay. Finally, here's a quick checklist to help you make the most informed decision. 1. Compare interest rates and fees from different lenders. 2. Understand the total cost, including all fees. 3. Have a solid exit strategy in place. 4. Consider alternatives like remortgaging or personal loans, especially if you can get a lower cost of funding. And 5. Seek advice from a financial professional if you're unsure. Ultimately, a bridging loan can be a smart financial option to use when you have short-term expenses that need to be covered. However, they come with some significant risks, so it's vital that you know exactly what you're getting into and have a bulletproof repayment plan in place.